Hi guys, welcome. Let me fix my screen here. Hi mamas, welcome to the Activate Your Soul-Led Motherhood Journey in 90 Days. I'm so excited that you found your way to this program. I want to welcome you with an open heart, with an open soul, and I'm really honored and humbled that you are here today and that you're ready to actually embark on this beautiful journey of expansion, going deeper into yourself and just, really coming into a deeper understanding about how your body works, not so much your physical body, but, how you work, how your mind is working on your behalf, how your heart is working, and how we can actually tap into the beautiful gifts and tools and wisdom that we have been given, at conception. Okay, so I'm so excited, and I'm really fired up to get this going. And we're gonna be spending 90 days, 3 months together, really growing and really, going into the things that are triggering you, going into the things that you can change, that you have control over, and just letting go of the things that you don't have control over, and just understanding what the difference is between the two, and really seeing your power. Okay, so for whatever reasons that you came here today, I would like you to just begin to think, of who do you see yourself becoming at the end of the 90 days. Okay, it's a question I want you to have in the back of your mind. If you go to the end of the 90 days, the end of the 3 months, who do you see at the end of that timeline? Who is she like? What is that mom like? And we're going to connect with that vision. Okay, we're going to connect with that vision. So right now, I'm going to set the container. I'm going to set the container for us and just bring us all in into a beautiful space, energetically, frequency, vibration of, let's see, okay? So as you're just sitting in your chair, I want you to just take a deep breath in and an out breath. You can put your hand on your heart if you like. I like to put my hand on my heart and just close your eyes. And let's get into this beautiful container. Okay. Take a deep breath in. And feel your breath moving into your body as a wave. We're going to be connecting with this beautiful heart breath wave. Feel your in-breath as your belly fills, filling up your chest, and then feel the breath going up, even up the spinal column, and up towards the crown of your head and out of your crown. And on the out breath, you can just bring that breath back down to your feet and into the core of the earth. I want you to do this a few times, where your breath is going into your belly, your heart, your spinal column, and your crown, and then out, down into the earth. Okay, we're creating a beautiful wave of breath and life as we connect to this energy field. Beautiful. Keep breathing. And now I want you to just turn your attention to there's a pinpoint center at the center of your heart. And I want you to go to that space right now. And we all get to do this together. So begin breathing into that space as we activate your heart lung, as we activate the breath of God into your heart. Feel the breath moving in and out of that pinpoint center inside your heart. And as you're doing this, I want you to imagine that there's a beautiful pink light swirling around you. It's actually becoming a sphere, like almost like an egg. Okay, it's an egg, and I want you to step inside this egg. So we're all going to step into the egg together. So we're in this beautiful pink egg, and as we stand or sit in this space, each of us breathing into our heart, activating the heart lung. And now I invite you to imagine that there's a switch at the center of your heart. And when we flick that switch, the light at the center of your heart is going to turn on. We each have a light. Imagine that there's a light at the center of your heart. And when you flick the switch, this light is going to turn on, just like when you're going into a dark room and you turn on the light and there you go. So go ahead and flick the switch. And as you do that, each one of us is experiencing a light turning on at the center of our hearts. So feel that sensation. Maybe you can see the light, maybe you can feel the light. And with each breath you take, that light gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So keep breathing into your heart. We're activating your soul's light right now. This is what's happening. So as with each breath you take into your heart, this light is growing until it fills up your heart. And your heart is now a ball of light. And if you continue to breathe into that space, the light begins to overflow into your body and just filling up your body with this beautiful liquid light that we have sourced from your soul. So continue breathing. Continue breathing into your heart. Beautiful breath. Beautiful light source breath. And seeing the light overflowing from your heart and filling up your body until you're completely immersed in this liquid plasmic light. And you become a being of light. And each of us, as beings of light, we're in this beautiful pink egg. And we reach out and we touch hands and we hold each other's hands. So we created a circle by connecting with each other. And our light now begins to beam to the center of the circle. And they join at the center of the circle. And I just would like to also add that each of your lights are coded. Okay, there's desires inside of you that are beaming through these lights, through your light, through your heart light. Your desires are beaming from your heart light into the center of the circle, and all of your desires collectively are coming together at the center of the circle. Okay, and now as that light gets to grow, because we keep shining that light into the center, and it gets to grow and expand until we're encompassed by this light and actually reaches the edges. It reaches the egg, the pink egg, and it activates as it touches the pink egg. As our collective ball of light touches the pink egg begins to activate, and it begins to receive your light, your desires, your dreams, your intentions for this 90-day program into its energy field, so that we get to crack that egg open and receive the desires, by the end of this 90-day program. To see how all of that light is being absorbed into the egg's energy field. Okay, the egg's not really a surface. It's an energy light field. It's taking it all in. It's taking it all in, and we're gonna build on that. So, as we're in this container, and we're nurturing our desires and our intentions for the next 90 days, we've activated our light. You're sitting immersed in your body of light. Know that within this beautiful field, there is also gifts for you. You get to see how you get to expand during the next 90 days and what that expansion is going to look like. Okay, so the expansion begins on the inner realms, in the inner realms of your heart and of your soul. And there's trust. To feel that there's a word, the word trust is coming into the egg as well. So this is your place where you get to trust yourself even more. You get to trust the process. You get to experience the expansion in your life, experience expansion of time and bending of time, and a beautiful reset gets to happen in your heart. You've committed to this program, and you're also committed to each other, to your growth, and in the next 90 days. So as you keep breathing in this beautiful space, there's another code dropping in, and it's an infinity code. It's dropping in from the top of the egg, and it's coming into the egg, dropping right into the center of your light, your collective light field, and it's being taken up into your light field and into your body. So you are now attuning and calibrating to the codes of the infinite, to the codes of infinity. And this means incredible, can mean incredible things, okay, that you get to tap into the field of infinite possibilities for your life, for your family, for you, through you, and in your reality. Okay? So keep breathing into that. You might feel your body tingling, you might feel heat. That's all good. Don't resist it. So we've embarked, we've begun the journey. We've begun the journey. And we get to start this beautiful adventure. So as you keep breathing, I would like you to keep this breath and keep this energy field that you're in as you come back into the room and as you gently open your eyes, keeping your breath and keeping this beautiful energy upgrade that you just received. Okay. So let's get started, okay? In the beginning of my presentation, I asked you who do you see yourself becoming by the end of 90 days? Okay, that person is already created. Okay, that mom has already been created. She already exists, and it's just a matter of, you know, bridging the gap between you and her, and that's why you're here today, and that's why you're on this program, because you desire to be that person. You desire to have the experience that she's going to be having. And she already exists in the future in the quantum field, and she already exists in that beautiful egg that we activated today. Okay, so when you think about that mom, when you think about that mom, what characteristics does she have? You know, you can even take notes. What does she believe about herself? What does she experience every day? How does she go about her day? What does she like with her children? Okay, begin to write these things down and begin to imagine what she's like and her actual characteristics. You know, is she more patient? Is she more calm? Is she spontaneous? Does she have more flow? Has she got more joy? Does she speak her mind? Does she speak her truth? Does she tap into her wisdom? Is she confident? Okay. Does she make quick decisions? What exactly is that mom like? If you were to sit down with her today and have a coffee with her or a cup of tea or something, what would you be sharing with her and what would she be sharing with you? So what wisdom can you receive from that person today, from that future self of yours, if you think about it? Okay, write these things down. And because these are the very things that you're going to be connecting to through our time together. Okay, and it's very important that you do this work because by knowing her characteristics, you actually get to begin to embody them organically without trying and without forcing yourself, because you begin to have a relationship with that person. Okay, and I know for a fact that and the people you surround yourself with, that's who you get to become. So if you surround yourself, or if you spend time with your future self, a little bit of time every day, you will begin to become that person. Okay, I don't know how it works. It has to do with quantum energy and your neurology and how our frequencies begin to shift, but it works. Okay, so let me open up the presentation here. Give me a moment. Hold on, guys. I should have had this. I did have it open. Give me a moment. Ah, there it is. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to do a share screen. Okay. Hold on. Okay. This one. Share. Okay. So, slideshow. Okay, here we go. No. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. So, welcome to Activate Your Soul-Led Motherhood Journey in 90 days. All right, mamas, let's get the show on the road. So, this is what you have committed to. You are in for 3 months of soul, mind, and body upgrades. Okay. We are month 1. We're going to be covering what needs to be covered to connect to your soul. Okay. And how to begin to allow your soul to stream through your life, to stream through your decisions, to stream through and help you actually to get into your intuition, to begin so that you can begin to trust yourself. Because the fact is, if you don't trust yourself, you don't have confidence as a mom. Okay. And you know that actually affects all aspects of your life, especially your parenting, right? Month 2 will be covering the mind, everything that goes into the mind, including mindset, your belief systems, your values, your needs, and how you're fulfilling them. You're gonna get to understand how the mind works and how your mind is actually conditioned, and it's creating your reality. Okay, it's really, really interesting and really, really fun stuff. And then the third month, we're going to be doing body. So there I'll be taking you into our different bodies, you know, the emotional body, the spiritual body, the light body, and you'll be able to see how coming into your body, especially your light body, and doing things that are putting you on priority will help you to become the mom that you want to become, will help you to see how to take action from based on where you want to be going, okay, not based on your past or based on what other people are telling you to do. You get to just come into yourself through this 90-day program and truly start embarking on a journey of just living through your soul in every aspect, whether you're having challenges with your kids, whether you're having challenges with your husband, whether you're having challenges at work, doesn't matter. You get to get into your soul about it, okay? And you get to live and experience your challenges through that, okay? So, see something here? Okay. Month 1, week 1, which is today, we will be stepping into the highest version of yourself, okay? That is the questions that I asked you in the beginning. Who do you see yourself becoming in 90 days, okay? In the second week, we'll be getting activated in the new Motherhood Soul Code. That is one of my favorite things to do. You will get activated in the Motherhood as Light Code, Motherhood as Love Code, Motherhood as Truth Code, and Motherhood as Power Code, okay? Very, very important stuff. And in the third week, we will be doing a Q&A session with laser coaching on what's currently happening in your motherhood journey, okay? And remember, don't forget to get into the Facebook group because there's going to be also support there, and we'll be posting the homework there as well. And you get to share in the Facebook group as well, okay? So, connecting with the vision of who you are becoming and what you desire, you know, where are you actually coming from and where are you going? What are you sure you want to experience as a mom? And what are you sure you don't want to experience? This is important, guys, because when you don't know what you want, how do you know when you get there, right? So take some time. Take some time to just to really understand where you're coming from. And when I ask that question, I mean, what energetic space are you coming from? Okay, what are you like today? What did you come here with? What type of baggage? What challenges? What issues? What problems? Right? Write them down. Write them down. And then, where do you want to be going? Okay, I know it's easy to just say, oh, I don't want to have this problem anymore. I don't want to have that problem anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, fair enough. So begin crossing those off your list. But then in place of them or next to them, I want you to write down what do you want to experience instead. Okay, so you might be having challenges with your kids, or you might be feeling that they don't listen to you, or you might be feeling that you're stuck as a mom, or you're stuck in your job and you're stuck doing what you don't want to be doing. Okay, you're feeling stuck. What do you want to experience instead? Get clear on where you want to be in your life. Get super, super clear on what type of mom you want to be, right? This has to happen. Because if you don't get super clear on that, then you are going to be frazzled and scattered, and you're going to be just, you know, listening to other people instead of going inside, getting the guidance that you truly need, okay? You already have a level of trust for yourself, otherwise you wouldn't be here, okay? So this type of program, this type of coaching really lands for people that are desiring a little bit more of what they're already experiencing on the inside or what they've seen other people experience. They want more of that. So you got to trust that, and that's why you're here. And it's a beautiful thing to experience, okay? So now, what are you sure? What is a, like, hell's yes, sure, I do not want to have any more of this in my life? Write down what those are, okay? What are you done with as a mom? What are you done with in your life? What pain are you experiencing? You don't want any more of it. What challenges that or just keep coming up, you know, because these things tend to be repetitive, tend to be patterns in your life. And they tend to be patterns that are happening in many areas of your life, and not just one area. Okay. If you're feeling like what example can I give you? Let's take boundaries, for example. As a parent, if you're feeling that your kids don't listen to you and that they're just walking all over you, and you feel really, really at your wit's end as to how to get them to listen to you, and how they can trust you, and how to be a confident mom. Well, if you just look into that for a moment, you will be able to see how that pattern of feeling, you know, the feeling that they're not listening to you, and the feeling helpless, and the feeling of not knowing what to do, is probably being shown to you in other areas of your life, not just with your kids. Okay, our kids, this is some conscious parenting coming in for you. Our kids are mirroring back to us where we need to work on in our lives. Okay, they are not here to make your life miserable. They are not here to make you suffer. No, your kids are here because they chose you, and each one of your kids has a beautiful role to like really pressing the buttons, the right buttons, and it's magic. It's not pressing the wrong buttons; they're pressing the right buttons because they're bringing up the wrong things inside of you that need to come out, and that you get to come back into alignment with the truth of who you are. Okay, so if your kids are keep pressing your buttons, that means you still haven't done the work in the inside that you need to get done. Okay. And if any questions come up for you along any part of the program, guys, write it down, and you get to ask your questions in the Facebook group and in the Q&A that we have in week 3 of each month. Okay, so take advantage of that. Okay. Next. So now we're going to go into a little bit of frequency talk. This is a map of consciousness. Dr. David R. Hawkins, you may have read his book, Power versus Force. He shares here how our emotions have a frequency, okay? All of our emotions have a frequency, all of your thoughts have a frequency, and your thoughts actually, your state of mind, your state of being, create the emotions that you're experiencing in your life right now, okay? So before any type of emotional feeling comes up for you, before, you're having a thought about it. You're having a thought about something, and you're relating to that thought in some way. And then the body kicks in, the hormones, your hormones kick in, and you have the relevant emotional experience related to that thought that you were having. Okay, so, and the thought, the feeling has a frequency. So can you see here? My job right now is to help you raise your frequency so that you become soul operational. Okay, and the way we do that is by just really finding where we are on the map. So find where you yourself are on the map, and then seeing how we can move that next level. Okay, so if you see where you are, like the feelings of fear and grief and shame and guilt, which is something that's very common for moms for some reason, feeling guilty. What do you feel guilty about? Write it down. Do you feel guilty when you go out with a friend and you're not home with your kids? Do you feel guilty when you buy something for yourself instead of your kids? Do you feel guilty when you invest in yourself and you feel like you're taking things away from your kids? You're taking money away from their well-being? Because this stuff has come up for me, for my clients, okay? So I'm sharing with you to just open up your eyes a bit and your awareness to what exactly, where guilt can come up for us. Do you feel guilty? Maybe you feel guilty about, the way that you've raised your child and, your choices so far. Maybe you feel guilty about working too many hours, right? And you're not home enough hours with your kids. You feel guilty that you don't spend enough time with them, okay? So the guilt And all the related emotions, look how low it is on that map of consciousness. It's right at the bottom, guys, just above shame. And that is where you are feeling victimhood and blame and helplessness. Okay? And that is not a good space to be in. You're not doing anybody any favors by being in that space. And I understand the reasoning behind it. And that's why I'm here to help you to shift out of that. So guilt comes to us because, I'll take guilt for example. Guilt comes to us because, sorry about my bottle. It's my green shake that I drink every morning. Guilt comes to us because we are somehow disconnected with our truth. We're disconnected with trusting ourselves and our intuition, right? For example, if you trust yourself and you make a decision in full confidence by going into intuition and you make a decision, right? There's no way you're going to feel guilty about that afterwards, okay? Can you see how that works? If on the other hand, you make a decision, you don't really trust that it was the right decision for whatever reasons, and the trust comes, you don't trust yourself because of conditioning that's going on in the background, you know, of how you're supposed to be doing it, of where you're supposed to be right now, of things you were told as a child, and all these type of things, you know, the way your parents raised you, your friends at school, your teachers, everything, your whole environment that you grew up in has helped to build the person you are today. And you're a beautiful person. You are amazing. And you have an incredible gift to give to the world and to your family, okay? That's why I'm here, to help you get rid of this baggage, to get out of the lower grade emotions and step into the higher grade frequencies that you're so worthy of, all right? So the guilt, the shame, if you're in the bottom half of the consciousness levels, you got to do stuff to get yourself out of that, okay? So first, you have to see where you are. Where do you hang out most of the time, okay? Where are you most of the time on this map? What is your daily experience as a mom? Find the emotions and the feelings that you're experiencing and see where you are on that map, okay? And then the next thing is to like really see what's the next level that I get to go to and how can I do that, okay? You can do that by beginning to see through the eyes of your soul and exercising the virtues of the heart. And that is compassion, kindness, unconditional love, and forgiveness for yourself. All of these things that I'm sharing with you are applicable to you. I'm not talking about anybody else in your environment, not your kids, not your husband, not your partner, nobody. This is for you, okay? And when you begin to be compassionate towards yourself, to be kind, to have unconditional love for yourself and forgive yourself, you'll begin to step into that next layer, into that next level of consciousness, okay? So it's time to become soul operational mamas and to experience the higher frequencies that we're here to experience, okay? Motherhood is meant to be easy, okay? So as an exercise, you get to be aware, you know, be aware of your, excuse me. You get to be aware of where you're hanging out, where your next level is, and to begin the exercising the virtues of the heart, okay? How can life get easier for moms? How can life get easier for moms? Well, the more you know the truth of your life and begin to distinguish from the lies, the easier life gets. What does that mean? Motherhood has been slayed by lies and programming. Excuse me. You can tell that what I'm about to say is important, hey? Okay? There's something trying to stop me from saying these things. So, Motherhood has been raped by programming, you know, disillusional programming that we have been conditioned with for years and years and years and years. It goes back centuries, okay? And there is a, when I say programming, I do mean societal programming and conditioning, but even that, there's things that came before that actually began the, the imprinting of the programming. You can even go as far back as Adam and Eve, okay? When the separation occurred, from God, we became separated from God, and that's when the programming began, okay? The lies began to come in, and the distrust, the disbelief, the disconnect, okay? So when we're disconnected from our truth, life is hard. Life is really hard, okay? You have to be connected to your truth of your life so that you begin to step into that and that you can begin to live through that. And how can you do that? How do you do that? Well, you do that by doing something daily that is going to help you, connect to yourself. Journal every single day. Get a journal and write about what you're feeling, write about what you're experiencing, write about your fears, your joys, your dreams, okay? Write about who do you believe you are and why you're here, okay? Because, so the truth of your life, I'll tell you what the truth is for everybody, including you. We are all part of a bigger picture, okay? God has a big puzzle, on his dining room table. It's huge, right? And he's given each of us a piece of that puzzle, and it's in your soul. That puzzle is in your soul, and it is infused with light. It is infused with a blueprint that is a blueprint that God has been using to create anything and everything. Okay, that blueprint is in your soul. We have that piece of the puzzle. So your piece of the puzzle, you are a piece of the puzzle. Okay, that's the truth. That's the truth. And it's not to say, I'm not saying that you have a bigger role to play, or you have like a big calling. Maybe you do, and it's amazing. But if you don't, that's also amazing, right? Your calling could be something else. The truth is that when you tap into your truth, you begin to awaken that blueprint, you begin to get activated in your codes, and you begin to start taking action, making decisions based on that truth of your life, okay? And life gets easier because you begin to say no to things that are not in alignment with your truth, okay? You begin to have confidence to let things go. You begin to have confidence to stop trying to control everything because you realize that you can't control everything, okay? You begin to be more connected to your kids and just like, reading their energy or their vibe and just, knowing what you need to do to help them to get out of a funk, okay? Without any actual action, okay? So when you embark on discovering your truth, which I've already shared with you what your truth is, you are a piece of the puzzle. You are a light-infused human being that when you get activated in these codes, you'll begin to have an easier life, okay? This is the truth. So you get to embody this truth. You get to begin living this way, living as if you are a piece of light. You are a being of light, okay? I'm so passionate about this, and you can tell, hey, your children are light, okay? We keep saying that, our children, they're so amazing, and they're so precious, and they're so innocent, and you were a child once, okay? So you are the same. Your children and you are the same, okay? Your children are mirror reflections of yourself. So whatever beauties and joy and love you see in your kids, it's inside of you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to recognize it in your children, okay? So embodying the truth means actually living that way. Living that and knowing that you are part of the puzzle. You are part of something huge. You are part of something big. and you have a role to play, okay? Then you take action based on your truth, which is beginning to see what gets to stay, what gets to go, you know, letting go of control, surrendering and not resisting, surrendering, nurturing your desires, which is journaling, writing about what you want, writing about who you want to be, writing about what you want to experience in your life and how you can do that. You know, dream. I want you to dream, okay? Access your inner wisdom portals. I'm going to show you how to do that in the next month. Okay, we're gonna activate your wisdom codes, right? And then the last part there is get activated. Life gets easier when you get activated. Okay, and you will get activated in this program. You've already received your free bonus of the recordings, the activation recordings. Listen to those every single day. Pick one, whichever one you want, but listen to them, okay? That is activating you. Those are activating you, okay? So, moms are the creators of the new earth. The seeds of your desires are in your heart. Absolutely everything that you could possibly imagine that you want or want to experience or want to have, whether it's a house on the beach, whether it's traveling the world, whether it's homeschooling your kids, whether it's unschooling your kids, whether it's being a ambassador for an MLM company and succeeding, becoming diamond, whatever seeds, whatever desires you have, they are seeds and they're inside of your heart. Okay, moms are the creators of the new earth. I want you to know that. We have inside of us a built-in mechanism to birth. And I'm not talking about the physical birth, okay, only. I'm talking about the blueprint that is in mothers, right? In motherhood, in the paradigm of motherhood. That is why we were disconnected from the beginning, from God, okay, because we have that inside of us. We have the creation code inside of us. And certain things didn't want that to continue, okay? So programs came in to begin dismantling that, but it can't be dismantled because it's inside of our life. Okay, it's in your codes, and you get to begin peeling that away. You know, the layers of the programming, the layers of the fears, the layers of the worries, the layers of the disbeliefs, the doubts, the sabotaging, the self-talk, all of the stuff that is keeping you back. Okay, so where was I? The seeds. Okay. So, as a creator of the new earth, you know, you get to take a pot of soil, plant in the seeds, and nurture those seeds and bring them to life. Okay, and you do that because you are realigning to your truth every single day. Remember what your truth is. Okay. You are trusting and following your intuition, and you're taking action based on where you want to be going, and not based on your past. The past is there to just, you know, it doesn't define you. The past is the past, and you get to be in the now, and whatever comes up for you in the now, you get to process, whether it's from the past or whether it's from somewhere else. You get to process that, you get to experience your emotions fully, completely, and allow whatever needs to come out, and move on with that extra gift that you receive, okay? A realigning to your truth means that I put realigning and not aligning because there's a reason for that. Realigning to your truth is when we can't be 100% aligned to our truth all of the time, okay? Because life happens, right? Things come and pull us out of our alignment, and that's where we get to come back and realign into that truth. And how do you realign? Well, you realign by doing your inner work, by doing activation. You realign by raising your frequency. You realign by tapping into the infinite, you know, tapping into your vision, getting back into the bigger vision of your life. Excuse me. So yeah, that's how you realign to your truth. And it's so important to keep doing this. Because sometimes life might seem that it's like not working and it's really, really hard, but when those times come, and they will, you get to you have the tools to come back into realignment with your truth. Okay, reach into your tools. You have the activations. You have the bonus, beautiful bonus pack from Susie Lula, right? And you can reach out into your Facebook group, and you can write down your questions as well, and we do the laser coaching in the Q&A. Okay. So taking action based on where you want to be going, and that can also sometimes be challenging, because an opportunity might come your way and you might feel that initially you might feel excited, and then the mind kicks in and will tell you that, you know, maybe it's not the right time, maybe it's not the right thing to do. But you know what? In my experience, when something comes my way and I can feel it in alignment with what I want to be doing and where I want to be going, I really just go for it. Okay, I go for it and I make a quick decision, and I trust my decision, and I follow through. Okay, that comes in with the commitment. Okay, as a mom, you get to have the 3 C's as well. You get to be committed, you get to be consistent, and you get to have confidence. When you practice these 3 things on a daily basis, you will have success in anything you try to do. Okay, commitment, consistency, and confidence. Okay, so commitment. If you are you really 100% committed to your life? Are you really 100% committed to creating what you want to be creating? And you know, on a 1 to 10, where are you on that scale of commitment? 10 being 100% committed, 1 being not committed. And don't be so quick to say 10, because you might believe you're a 10, you might feel you're a 10, but you probably aren't. Okay. And you're probably feeling commitment like swaying when you have thoughts like, let me see. Yeah, so if you're fully committed, you'll do the things that are even hard. Okay, you'll do the things even when you're tired. You'll do what you started out to do, even though you haven't seen results yet. So that's 100% committed. Okay, consistency. Keep the ball rolling. Keep doing what you're doing. Rinse and repeat. And confidence. Well, confidence comes from trusting yourself. Okay, and that comes from deep inside. And you know what? And if any stories around confidence come up for you, because there might be a story around that. You might have a story that you weren't confident as a child, and that's actually, you know, showing up for you big time in your life right now as a mom. So you get to work on that. Okay, confidence means that not that you're heavy-handed and, you know, hard-fisted, but it just means that you are confident in your ability to take in the information, you know, process it, make a decision. You are confident in your ability to enroll your children in something that you know, an idea. You are confident in your dreams. Okay, you're confident in your choice of friends and relationships. You're confident that you're doing, you know, exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're confident that you're exactly where you're meant to be, and that type of thing. Okay, I'm just checking the time. Confidence comes through your soul. Okay, so in truth, there's the truth. In truth, you find strength. In light, you find peace. In love, you find solutions. And in power, you find all. Okay, these are actually the codes of motherhood that I'll be sharing with you next month. Will be activated in these codes. So one of them is truth. When you embody all of these codes, your confidence cannot be swayed. Okay, so your truth, you'll be stronger and confident when you live in your truth, when you speak your truth. Okay, always keeping the virtues of the heart in mind, obviously. So When you're living through your soul, you don't need to force people to believe what you believe, okay? There's compassion. Remember the compassion, the kindness, the unconditional love, okay? In light, you find peace. When you go into your light, there's peace in there. There's joy, there's love, okay? In love, you find solutions. Unconditional love is the bridge to everything. Love is the bridge, okay? When you're able to bridge a challenge to a solution with love, then you're working through your soul, all right? And a solution could mean anything. And you have the solutions. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any problem. There's a solution to every problem, okay? And you can find those solutions when you go into your inner realm, when you go into your space of light, your infinite, your wisdom, your truth, and your power. Okay, you will be able to see things clearly. You do see things clearly when you're living through your soul. Okay, becoming activated this way really helps to reconfigure your mind. Energetically, it reconfigures your mind, and it brings the mind and the heart into coherence, which means that you will be able to, your thoughts will begin to change. Okay, the way something used to trigger you before might not trigger you anymore. Okay, because the unconditional love is coming into you and healing the parts of you that have been in pain and that have been lying to you all this time. That you have to be a strict mom, otherwise your kids will run all over you. That you have to have things go your way. That you have to do everything yourself. That you don't have support. Okay, that you don't have time. These are all lies. Okay, they are illusions that have been keeping moms stuck and in pain and in fear and in worry and in uncertainty. Okay, when you're in your power, you will find everything you desire. Okay, so fill in the space here. I am. What do you want to put in that space? How do you want to see yourself? I am. Because when you're connected to your power, you can be anything. So how deep do you want to go with this? How deeply do you want to love yourself? How crazy, amazing experience as a mom do you want to have? I get goosebumps just, saying these words to you because I know the possibilities for you. Okay? Get into the space of God consciousness. Okay? And you do that by going into your heart, keep doing the activations, and begin to play with the words I am, and fill in the gap. I am incredible. I am calm. I am powerhouse of love. I am solution provider. I am honoring my emotions. I am sovereign. Okay, I've given you quite a few examples. Think of your own and just do your list, guys. Okay, do it. Do it and share in the Facebook group. So that is the end of class 1. I hope you've enjoyed it. Steve, this is your homework. I'm going to go a little bit into each one of them, okay? So got a little bit of time left. I hope it's been valuable for you. Seeds of desires and having it all as a mom. And I mean all, okay? Whatever you want, write it down. I want you to write it down. Okay, everything. Write down what your desires are for the next 90 days. Everything. If it means a whole page, write it down, okay? How would you like to be different by the end of the 90 days? What would you like to experience as a mom? So really think about these questions. Take the time and think about them. This is your homework for the week. And when you're done, or while you're writing your designs, notice if any doubts come up for you. Write the doubts as well. You can put your desire and then in brackets, the thoughts or the doubts that have come up for you. Like maybe you have a desire of, I don't know, making more time for yourself, or starting a fitness program, or something like that. So you write down the desire, and then the doubt comes up, right? And then you say, how am I going to do that? Or where am I going to make more time for myself? Put the doubt in brackets. Okay. And write them down, all of the things. And then I want you to use the activations to lay the foundations of what's possible for you. So get into the habit of doing an activation every single day. It is going to change your life. I promise you. You don't need to understand what's happening in the activations. You don't need to understand the energy about it, but it is pure love energy, okay? And it's working on your heart. It's working on your heart energy, on your soul codes, and it's going to be recalibrating and realigning you and reattuning you to the frequency of God's heart and God's mind, okay? Through the heart. So you're going to do that every day. And then share your experience in the Facebook group. Hold on a second. Okay. You get to also share your experience in the Facebook group and raise your frequency every day. Okay. If I were to there we go. Yeah, so you raise your frequencies daily with the activations. If you have any questions, please post them in the Facebook group. That is your space. You'll all be working in there and supporting each other. And I will be in there to coach and support as we go through the 3 months, okay? I am overjoyed for this first class. I hope you guys are ready to get going. Do your homework. Go through this class again if you need to. Go back and do you'll get the recording in an email, and they'll also be in the group. Okay, we'll have a file there where you'll get there'll be the list of the recordings uploaded in there. Okay, so guys, I love you, and I am excited, and thank you for being on this journey with me. Have a beautiful week, and see you next week. Okay, bye bye. How do I get the meeting control?